be recorded.
Yeah, today we're going to cover monitoring transaction code in SAP. Okay, so there are some transaction codes which you need to check every day in a server. Wherever you join your shift, you have to check all these transaction codes and see system status and send reports to your senior. Keep my system is working fine, or if you find some issue, just escalate the issue immediately. Like the transaction were like SM50, SM50, SM51, SM66, SM12, SM13, SM01, SM02, SM04, AL08, SE16, SE11, SA38, SE38, ST22, SMICM, SMGW. These are the transaction codes. Okay. Now we will see each transaction code in details. What you need to check in each transaction code. Okay. SM50. SM50, what it shows? It shows your work process. It shows all of your work processes. Like we'll see SM50, what it shows? It show all your current work processes. Now you see you have 15 dialogues, you have 3 updates, 8 backgrounds, 4 spools to update to. Okay, total configurable is 33 parameters we have configured. 33 work processes we configured in the system. We can increase also, we can decrease also with the help of RZ10 parameter. Okay, this is what we can check in transaction code SM50.
Rajendra, share your screen, please.
Oh no. Now can you able to see my screen?
Yeah, of course, now.
Okay, no problem. So we'll start from again. So good morning. Today we are going to cover transaction code for all monitoring Tcodes we are going to cover today. Like we have some transaction code which all basis person needs to be do whenever they join their shift. Like there are few transaction codes like SM50, SM51, SM66, SM12, SM13, SM1, SM02, SM04, AL08, SE16, SE11, SA38, SE38, ST22, SMICM and SMGW. These are the few transaction code which they need to check on each of their shift. Whenever you join any shift, first you have to monitor these things on support projects. Okay, like SM50. What SM50 does, it shows the whole process of entire work process of your server. Like you see this is SM50. This is SM50. It shows all of your work processes. Okay, like you have 15 dialogues, 3 updates, 8 backgrounds, 4 spools, 3 update. A total you configure 33 work processes. You can increase or decrease the work processes depending upon the demand. Okay. Now you will see next transaction code.
Rajendra, 1 second. Here
Hmm,
in S50 there are 2 updates now.
1 minute. You tell me.
Yeah, here there are 2 updates. Update and
Yeah.
update task 2. What is the
Yeah.
difference between these two?
Update will update with normal update. Update to will update critical updates. Like all calculation part, if there's a complex calculations are there, it will go to update 2, and if a normal update, it will go to update 1.
Okay, okay. Mhm.
Then we have transaction code SM51. What SM51 does, it shows your server list. This is useful in your production servers. So here what happened, here we have only one server for production server. We have in live environment, we have many servers for production server. SM51, it shows the list of servers. It shows list of servers. From here, you can jump on to any server. Like this is my main server. App 1, App 2, App 3, App 4, App servers are there. If you like to move to App 4, just click on App 4. Click on App 5. You just move on to App 5 and see the process of App 5. So this shows all servers in our landscape, all servers in a production system. Okay, like we have one system, two systems. Many companies having minimum two, or maximum five application servers in production environment. In quality environment, we have maximum only one central server and one application server we have in development quality. But in production, depending upon your user, the application servers are increasing. Now you will see SM66. What SM66 does, it shows the global work process. Like SM50, it shows 10 users. SM51 app 1 is show 10 users, app 2 12 users, app 3 7 users, total 13 users are active working with some work. What it shows the global work process. If 50 people are logged in all of your servers like app 1, app 2, app 3, and in that how many users are actively working, it shows their process key. In app 1, 3 users are actively working on this process. App 2, these users are working actively. Like I'll show you. In SM66, it shows global overview. You have only one server and I logged in with only one user. It shows only one user. If it shows real production server, it shows minimum 10 to 12 work process continuously working, but it shows the user who are working actively. This is my server name 00, 02, 03, 04, all app servers. It shows the number of workers are currently active in your entire landscape. Now you move on to SM12. What SM12 says, it shows it's a lock mechanism. It is a lock mechanism. It will not allow to update same table, same object, same time by more than one person. Okay. If Mr. A login at 10:35 and working and Mr. X also use Mara at 10:36, when you save, then second user able to use, but it will return lock saved by you. It means what? In SM12, when you see SM12, if it will not allow to work two users on the same table at the same time. If it is found, it take you to into lock entry. If you find any lock entry, we have to immediately inform the concerned. He will call you immediately and ask you to unlock user ID. But there's a process which will be locked. So what you need to check in the SM12, just go and hit transaction SM12 over here. You have to check all log entries. You have to get table name star. Okay. User also star, but you have to check for whole server. Okay. It will show the lock entry. If you found any lock entry, immediately inform the user or user inform you, okay, I was not able to log in. Please delete my lock entry. So you are not allowed to delete anything in production server. You have to take approval. Then only you can deselect the thing and delete the thing. But here in our server, there are no lock entries presently here. Okay. Now you will see SM13. SM13, what it shows, updates recall failed. When users save the entry after complete restart, then update purpose start and try to update in database. Here what happened, continuously 500 end users are working here and there, different region, different locations. But SM30, what it shows, update record failed. Whenever users try to save his record. If it is record saved properly, no problem. If it record not saved, then it fall into SM13. What you need to check here, you need to check if any update failed, then you have to immediately inform the concerned user your update was failed yesterday. You just inform the functional team lead. If it is MM issue, inform MM team lead. If it is SD issue, SD entry, the inform SD team telling that key this was the invoice which was not updated yesterday. Please contact your user. So what you see in SM13, it will show all your. See, you have to check cancelled. If you check all, but you have to check cancel. How many update required for cancel last day? Here see update record found 0. If you found any entry over here, you just check the entry. What is the entry? And you have to inform the particular user about that your entry was failed yesterday. Okay. Then you will see SM01. What is SM01? SM01 we use to lock, unlock transaction codes. Sometimes we need to lock some transaction code and sometimes we need to unlock some transaction codes. So how you will lock, unlock a transaction code? See, SM01. If I would like to lock SU10, just click on SU10, click on here, it get locked. See, when I press OK and I go back and I try to use SU10 now, it shows it's been locked. So transaction SU10 locked in transaction SM01. And if you lock anything here, it will be locked for entire server. This is not for particular user. This is work as a server as a whole. It means SU01 is a lock entirely in our system. Sometimes it requires we need to lock some transaction code on immediate basis. If something is went wrong with some transaction code and you were not able to reach the user at that time immediately lock, then he will definitely call you and ask you this user is locked. This transaction code is locked. At that time, you can take whatever you can take. Okay. Now you see SM01 and then go and unlock the transaction code. How to unlock? Just go unlock it. Tick here. Now if I use SU10, I'm able to use. If somebody asks you to lock transaction code user level, tell them it is not possible to lock at the user level. If you want to lock at user level, you have to take alpha ABAP, okay, and we create a program, create a role and assign to the user. But if you lock from SM01, it will lock system wise, okay. And what is SM02? SM02 is useful to sending a messages. Like what type of messages? If you have a shutdown, if your system is going to shut down today evening, you have to inform all users. Like you have 500 users working in SAP. You cannot call them and tell them everybody ki, please log off, please log off. So SAP gave us the option of SM02 where we can send the messages to everybody. In SM02, what we can do, see here, we can write a message. Okay, write the message. Please save your work and log off before 6 p.m. We have some activity. Okay, like this you have to send the message and you can select particular server name also to which server you have to send or which client you have to send. If you haven't select anything, it will go to all. And this is starting date. What is the starting date? 31st 12. Okay, and it will there for delete on, it will automatically delete on 31 month. It will there for 1 month. It will delete for, it will there, the message will there for 1 month, but if you want to delete, you can delete it anytime. Okay, just click here that this message is active for all. Whenever user logged in, it will show this message like this. Whenever user logged in, you able to see the message, please save your work and log off before 6 p.m. We have some activity. Depending upon that, user will take action and he will log off before 6 p.m. This is SM02 useful to send a mass messages. If you have 5,000 users also, you can send message to all at once. Okay, with the help of SM02. Now you see SM04. What SM0 shows? It will show how many users are logged in specific server. What it will show? How many users are logged in specific server, like AL SM04. Okay, this is a transaction code by which you can able to see here. I am the only login person in entire server. So it shows only one user. With the help of this, you can able to see how many users are logged in your server and which transaction code is working and how many megabytes is using. If it is using more than 1000 megabyte or more than 1 MB, then you have to take action. You have to take action, delete. Otherwise, he is going to consume more and more memory. Just call him and ask him to save his work. Otherwise, you are going to kill him. If you see bigger memory byte, you have to check memory bytes only over. Because in a live server, you see 200, 300 people are all working. You just want to go and check the megabytes which are and which transaction code they are working and which terminal they are working. You'll come to know everything in user type and the client also. Okay, in SM04. And if you work on what is AL08, AL02, it shows the logged in user of all servers. What is the difference between SM0 for AL08? It shows only one server. It shows all server, all like production server and all central server and all application servers. In this, what happened? You're able to see log on user of all servers like AL08. Here it will show one server, two, three. If you are working production server where you have four application servers, it shows for each server, Windows server PID 00, PID 01, 02, 03, 04, number of user 2, 5, 6. Okay, interactive user is 1, number of RFCs is 1. Like this, it will show all users. It will be known show 400, 500 users are working, entire system. By this, you can imagine if performance is slower down, you just say how many users are there. Okay, every day, this time 300 users are there, but today there are 600 users logged in. It might be slight performance issue. So here you can able to find how many users are logged in an entire server in production entire server in one click with AL08. Okay, now you will see one more transaction code SE16. What SE16 does, SE16 show you the data browser. With the help of SE16 you can check table entries. With the help of SE16 you can check the table entries. How to check the table entries? Go to SE16, enter. You have to give a table name over here. I give table name E070. Okay, this is the E070 table. In this table, how many entries are there? If you want to select, see, select number of entries. It shows 199 entries are there. It shows 190 entries are there. If you want to see all entries, just click here. It will show you the all entries. Matlab in it, if you know the table name, you can select. You can select and see all your records. And if you want to use specific dates, like the date wise, like what 15/9 2010, 2010, 2008. If I give only 2005 entries, it will show only my 2005 entries. Okay, so I'll show you. See, so here what would it show? It will show only entries of 2005. So there are only 10 entries. You can select if you want. You can give a date range also over here. Okay, this is called a data browser. If you know the table name, Just press table name in SC16 and go to check number of entries, or you can go date wise also. Or if you want to execute all, just click on execute. It will execute all transaction code at all entries. It will show you at once. Okay. Now you will see SC11. What SC11 does? It is a ABAP dictionary. It will show structure of table. In SC16, we are able to see the data browser. Okay. All table data you can able to see, but in SC11, what you can do, you can say structure of the table. With how many fields are there, what are the field values are there, you can able to see in SC11. SC11 database table E070. I just go display mode. So it will show me the structure. Like this is the field, this is the field, this is the field, this is the field, this is the character field, date field, time field, character field, and the length of each field. Okay. In a C11, you can able to see the table structure. In SC16, you can able to see data, and if you also see table structure and fields, you can go and use transaction code SC11 and hit the table name which you want to see. Once you hit, it will show all the structure of the table. Okay, with SC11. Now you can see SA38. What SA38 does? This is too useful to run executor programs. Okay, SA38, go to SA38. If you know any program name, it will run that program for you. If I run this skiff check, this is a program. Okay, in SAP we have more than 1 lakh programs. Select any program if you want to run, just select and run this. Okay, skip public service. Okay, it will show all of my services. It shows all of my services of the program. If you want to select any other program, okay, what do you need to do? Go to SA38, go to SA38, and if you know the first few letters, like if I press R star, it will show you the entire all tables, all programs with R. There are many numbers. So you have to know perfect name of the program. Then only you can go and start searching that and operate it. See, R it takes more time to search because it has got many records with the name R, with the letter R. It has got many records. Just wait and see. See, these all are programs. These all are SAP programs, standard programs. Okay. If you want to run any program, just see the program number, see the what purpose for the program, and if you want, you can run it. I'll run one more program, show it to you. If you know half of the name also, just enter half of the name. It will select all and show it to you. See, these all are RSPO jobs, RSPO 0041. Delete old spool jobs, old events. You can run this. Delete old spool request. No problem with this. Okay. And if you run this, okay, maximum number of days, keep one period. And if I want to run this, it will run this job. Okay. So SA38, what you can do, you can run any kind of program, but you should know the program name perfectly. Before running the program, just read the description and ask SAP also and colleagues also whether it is feasible to run. You have to take help of SAP most of the times to run any program in a production server. Quality development, no problem, but production to run, you have to take approvals also from the team members, okay, and seniors. Then you can do the task. Now go to SC38. SC38. What it will show? It will show the source code of the program. Previously SC38, we run the program in C, but here you can able to see the source code, like how the program is being written. Or you can create a new programs in SC38. Okay, so you can see the entire source code of this program, how and how it's written and how it's working. Okay, okay. Now if you want to create a new program also, you can create with the help of, if I create Z, I'll just give us Z and try to create, it will create a new program for me. This transaction code mostly used for ABAP for creating a new program in your environment. See, for this we need an access key. Whoever the developer, whenever developer logged in for the first time with his user ID, you need to provide access key to him. Otherwise, he will not able to log in. Here we don't have access key, but whenever we create a developer, we need to assign access key to him. Then only can able to use start the program and write the program. Okay. So this is our duty. Only go to SAP Marketplace and search the create the user ID and take the access key and assign access key over here. Then you will be able to log in and start working. Now you will see we have seen SC38, I will see ST22. What ST22 does? ST22 show us a dump analysis in our environment. When you are working on live production server, we have many kinds of dumps like ABAP dumps, timeout dumps. But this is a fresh server, so we don't have any issues here. But here you can find today issues, you can find yesterday's issues, or if you want to any specific date, you can use specific date issues and run here. So it will take to you the date and show the issues. Like what are the common issues? Timeout issues, ABAP dumps, the program is not running, user is not able to log in, user get locked. All this like any dumps occurs, like your database is not able to save the record. Anything happen, you find dumps over here. Okay, if continued dumps come, you have to take immediate charge and take action on that because there's some program continues throwing the dumps. Immediately ask developers to check the program, busy program, and make correct. Otherwise, when some program you continue them, no user able to work with the system because of those dumps. I have seen in few minutes, in 3 minutes, it show 500 dumps. In 5 minutes, it shows 2000 dumps sometimes. Okay, at that time you have to take care. You just search the issue. What is the issue in Google, and you can find a interim solution for that. Otherwise, take help from SAP. They will also help you on that. Okay. So ST22 is for ABAP runtime errors. It shows current errors and previous days errors also in the help of ST22. Okay. Now you see SMICM monitor. What is this SMICM monitor? It's the ICM monitor. Okay. In this we configure HTTP, HTTPS, and SMTP servers. Okay. So those ports, sorry, not servers, those ports are working. Okay. If you want to take access from outside the world through web, you have to configure this SMICM. Okay. Here all things are working, available. If I go to SMICM, here it shows nothing. Either you have to configure three things: HTTP, HTTPS, and SMTP. So I'm creating new port HTTP 8080 is a port number. I'll give 60, can be any 600. I'll give a 300. Okay. Now I try to create. see, create one value. Okay, we would like to create one more service. Go and create. Here you have to give port number 443 for HTTPS. Okay, and we can get one more service. Create 25 is for SMTP. SMTP. Okay, these are the main three things which we need to work on here. Okay, HTTP, HTTPS, and SMTP. We have to configure these things in our server. Okay, now you will see SMGW. What it shows? It shows the gateway entries. मतलब it shows gateway entries from SAP to SAP system, and it shows entries from SAP to non-SAP system. You see, in this it will show all your connections, but here nobody is working. That's the reason why it not anything. But if you see the production server, it shows all your gateway entries. Okay, from SAP to SAP system and from SAP to non-SAP systems. This is what I would like to explain in today's session. Okay, 1 minute. Huh?